Well, here's my first attempt at a Tradify quotation, just so you can't see the details there, and it's all pretty neat, a bit neater than what I produced, and what's better is that it will be quicker once I've got it going. I'm only on a trial version at the moment for 2 weeks, and I've had 3 sets of trial versions and never used them. I phoned them up again yesterday, got myself put onto another trial version, and I'll speak to them on Monday. My checker trade has gone up to £1,440 a year from £785, common with a lot of people, and I haven't been putting cards in. It does work, but I don't like the way they've got their website changed now. You can't have your own banner, you can't have your own phone numbers. I don't like the website. That's what I was using, the Checker Trade website. They got rid of the map. All the things I quite liked about it, they've got rid of, and they've doubled the price. So I will be looking at that, but I've got a few more months tied into contract. One good thing they are doing is reducing your April subscription amount. So I've frozen it for April. I'll give you a little look at that. Then you've got these. Yeah, you've got. I mean, one good thing is that they do have the photos come up quite easily, which they didn't before. You had to sort of dig into it. I mean, I suppose that is better. Oh, by the way, those are pretty good things. Those that trencher. That's the trencher we were talking about at the Overlook Hotel. That was good thing there. So yeah. That was pretty good, and I've just got to wait for them to change this to put all my rates on it, but that's the new website. So I'm not sure whether I am going to change my Checker Trade or whether I'm going to keep going, but I've got a few months to decide. I'm not happy with the price of it. 130 or £120 a month is quite a lot. So if I'm on the Tradify as well, that's another 20. And you know, we're not looking at a lot of work at the moment. Cheers. This week I got very depressed about everything out there. The fact that the government's doing so much for the country financially, furloughing employees, paying business grants. It's all really good as far as it goes. This isn't going to be a complaint about how this business has been treated, because I rant about that ad nauseam on Facebook, and I've received, you know, my fair share of fair dues of ridiculous Marxist comments. I think the last one I said, no, I don't think it's hilarious, but I think you're a loony. Gareth Martin, who keeps on commenting on everything I put up. He's obviously a bit of a Marxist and hates anyone who tries to run a business. So I'm not going to cover that. The fact that you know, a lot of self-employed people with private limited companies or public limited company status pay themselves or even don't pay themselves the minimum wage, and then according to how business goes they reap dividends from the business, and that's how I operate. In fact, I've never paid myself PAYE at all in this business. I've been PAYE with the Navy. I have dividends from another source as well, and so that's the way that we get our income. But on the other side of this, I do have this property, and we are getting one of these retail, leisure and hospitality grants, as it's called, a business rate relief grant, which will keep the business afloat. I'm going ahead, I think, with a quote and then some testing for second fix in East Ham Road, which again has been ongoing for a long time. I've just invoiced for the second floor, which I started in November 2018. So we've only just invoiced for 2018 to now, because owners ran out of money and had to refinance. But then they paid straight away, and that was for that work. That was for first and second fix on the second floor. Came to about £2,000, and that's, you know, I wasn't expecting that money in right now, so that's been good. So this week, yeah, a lot of cancellations really, and I just sort of I'd like to say recalibrating, but I didn't. I've had this cough, and in the end it got so bad that I ended up with a headache because I was coughing so much. I've had antibiotics. I've used my share of the NHS time. I've used it for. I've had a chest X-ray. They X-rayed my chest as well to check I hadn't got pneumonia because I had shortness of breath and things. So I haven't had a I had slightly raised temperature and a couple of other things, and never at any point did they say it was possibly this lurgy that's going round. So it is just a cold that some other guys at CEF have had since I think they started going down in October, November with it. It lasted 3 months, is what Richard Ormiston told me. The restaurant that I did this taster for, that was about £1,000 job there, putting this out on one of my other videos. So they've commissioned me to do another little quote to the south side of their restaurant. It's probably got a 10k grant anyway, but it's still a question of trying to keep the costs down as much as possible while producing a quality result. And I was quite shocked at because we wanted 120 LED per meter strip. Once you go into all the quadrant, that is the aluminium extrusion to put it into as a heatsink, the transmitter, the receiver, which is different from the driver. The receiver allows it to dim up and down, to go into all the different colours, to give you the different whites as well. It's 900 lumen per metre. It's a high quality product, and it all came to about £400 just for 5 metres of that, to set it all up, 5 metres of that. There's no building merchants in existence at the moment except for Wicks with a 2-week turnaround, so I've gone to the boatyard and sourced some mahogany, basically mahogany sapele but that is, you know, that's pricey stuff for a step as well. I've put it down as 2.5 days work, so I don't know if that's too much, but then it's a minor works. There's some testing to do as well, so I might have over-egged it on the labour. Again, it comes in just under £1,000 to do that bar in that way. What I am going to do is script probably the next couple of videos. I will script them, and what I'm going to do is go through business finances a bit. As you can see, what I've been doing is I have been going through my paperwork. Some of it is up here into piles, ready to compile into my accounts and then to do my spreadsheeting. I've also been getting ahead with Tradify, which I've been wanting to do for a while now. I've got a bit of time on my hands. I do find that putting the billing prices and the price lists into Tradify, that is a massive task. There's a way you can import it from suppliers, I believe, but I don't know what that is yet. And I've also had difficulty incorporating some of my pricing for my rates from standard, enhanced and supercharging, as well as discounting and subcontracting pay rates, which are all different. So subcontracting I'll do from £22 up to about £32, well 22 to 28 really. Standard rates £38.50, weekdays overtime £58.50, weekends £58.50, and unsociable hours at weekends I think got £88.50 on that. But when you come to draw up your quotes or your invoices, you have to put in pricing structure that you're going to be using And on the labour, not careful, the labour, well, it kind of gets muddled up. I can't say more than that at the moment. You end up billing too much for the labour as well as putting your cut onto the materials. Say you want to charge 15% extra on top of your buying cost for materials, do the same thing for your labour, the way I've got it set up at the moment. So hopefully a phone call on Monday will sort that out for me. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I'll get another video out soon. And like I say, I'm going to do a scripted one on finances and so on. So that's going to be quite a bit of work. And as you can see, I've got to get all this sorted out. Please subscribe and click like if you liked it. And I'll see you soon.